Hello students. In the previous session, we learnt about the types of verbs and its function. We checked that there are three functions of verb. The first is to show the action, the second one to show the state of being, and third one to show the possession or ownership. We use the verb do, does or did to show the action. We use the verb ismr or was-were to show being. We show has, have or had to show the possession or ownership. These are the topics we studied yesterday or in the previous session. In that we studied the topic wise the do, does, did. Then we studied about ismr. We saw some examples as well of ismr, and we studied about the verb that show the ownership has, have, had. So till here we studied in the previous session, and today we are having another session, and in this session I have brought you the topic kinds of verb. Here in this session what we will learn about the kinds of verb. So how many kinds of verb are there? There are two kinds of verb. The first one is the transitive and the another one is the intransitive. As you can see on the screen, the transitive verb always has a noun that receives the action of verb called the direct object. Means what the transitive verb are, you will check in the sentence if there is any object or if there is any noun which receives the action of the subject, like subject is acting, subject is performing some action. So the person or the noun that is receiving its action, that is then the verb is called as the transitive verb. Let's understand it with the example. Laura raises her hand. What does the Laura raise? Laura raises her hand. The second example here is John gave Becky the pencil. What did the John give? John gave the pencil. Here you must know that Becky works as the indirect object. The direct object is the pencil, right? Direct object means on which the action is performed, right? Now in the right section, what are intransitive verbs? An intransitive verb never has a direct or indirect object to receive the action of the verb. Means in intransitive verb there is no direct object to receive the action of the verb. There would have the noun, there would have the object, but that would not be the noun, right? So that will lie under the intransitive verb, because in intransitive verb there is no noun to receive the action of the verb. In intransitive verb there is no noun to receive the action of the verb. As you see in the example, Laura rises slowly from her seat. What does the Laura rise? We don't know what does the Laura rise. Laura ने क्या rise किया हमें नहीं पता, because that is not given in the sentence, that is not clear with the sentence. So that will lie under the intransitive verb. She is drinking from the bottle. What she is drinking? I do not know that thing. If I do not know that thing, that means that is not given in the question. That will lie under the intransitive verb. I hope that is clear to you, and if it is not clear to you, we are having a two-step process. There is very simple process. There is two-step process to determine whether a verb is transitive or intransitive. That is our next heading, that is our next topic. To determine whether a verb is transitive or intransitive, follow these two steps. Even if you are not clear with what are transitive or what are transitive, now this topic will help you a lot to understand what are the transitive verbs and what are the intransitive verbs. So what you have to do is, firstly you have to find the verb in the sentence. What you have to do, you have to find the verb, the action in the sentence. This is the first step, right? Now in the second step, what you have to do, in second step, what is the receiving action of the verb? If there is noun receiving the action of the verb, that means if there is noun, what that noun is doing, that noun is receiving the action of the verb, then the verb is transitive. If there is noun receiving the action of the verb, then that is the noun. If there is no direct object to receive the action, then the verb is transitive, then the verb is transitive. So what you have to do, you have to find the verb and you have to ask a question, what is receiving the action of the verb? As you get the answer of this, if that is noun, then that will be direct object and that will lie under the transitive verb, and if there is no direct object, that will lie under the intransitive verb. Still, if it is not clear, or you are clear but you need some example to understand, so what we will do, we will apply this process into the example. I will explain you this thing with the examples. Now on the screen you are given some example. Understand with some examples. She delivered the parcel at my office. She delivered the parcel at my office. Now I need to check whether it is transitive or it is intransitive. So what I told in the previous slide, I told find the verb in the sentence. So what I will do here, I will find the verb in the sentence. So I found delivered as the verb because it is marked with the red color. I found delivered as the verb. So I have completed the first step. Now what is the second step? Second step is what is receiving the action of the verb. That means you have to ask what did she deliver? उसने क्या deliver किया? उसने parcel deliver किया. What did she deliver? She delivered the parcel. That will lie under the transitive verb. If you see the second example, the children played a prank on him. Prank is मजाक, right? Prank means मजाक. The children played a prank on him. What did the children play? Children played a prank. Children ने क्या किया? Children ने prank play किया, right? So both of these sentences will lie under the transitive verb. Now if you go to the third sentence, or if you try to understand the third sentence, third example, in that it is written the teacher arrived in the classroom. टीचर ने क्या अराइव किया? क्या आपको इसका आंसर मिल रहा है? Did you get the answer of what the teacher arrived? No, you are not getting the answer of this question in this sentence. That's why this will lie under the intransitive verb. Intransitive में आपको क्या किस चीज का आंसर नहीं मिलता है? टीचर ने क्या अराइव किया? I do not know the answer of that thing, so that will lie under the intransitive verb. She is drinking from the bottle. She is drinking from the bottle. That is your fourth sentence. What she is drinking? वो क्या पी रही है? I'm not getting the answer. Yeah, I'm getting the answer from where she is drinking, right? I am getting that she is drinking from the bottle. That I'm getting, but I'm not getting that what she is drinking, right? If I'm not getting the answer of what she is drinking, then that will lie under the intransitive. As in the previous example, the teacher arrived in the classroom. टीचर क्या अराइव किया? मुझे नहीं पता. टीचर कहाँ अराइव हुई है? इसका आंसर तो मिल गया है, लेकिन टीचर क्या अराइव हुई है इसका मुझे इसका आंसर नहीं मिला है. दैट्स व्हाई दिस सेंटेंस विल लाई अंडर द intransitive verb, right? So the very simple thing is, if you get the answer of what is receiving the action of the verb, if that is a noun, then the verb will be transitive. If there is no direct object to receive the action of the verb, that will lie under the intransitive verb. I hope I'm clear. If still you have any queries, please go through the video again. Thank you so much for attending the session.